So what do we do to prevent? Now that we know, we've seen the 12 factors, and each of them, quite frankly, can take a day of lectures, quite frankly. But what do we do to prevent? And it's pretty simple. Going back to first principles, you want to reduce exposure, and everybody's in a different situation in life. You want to increase the protection, mainly by the four areas: social support, improving your quality of sleep, improving your nutrients, and increasing your activity levels. Some of them are easier said than done, obviously. Now, we at the Brain and Body Foundation also, we also treat using our unique approach. We call it the building strength approach. The government gave us full permission to use that approach. We do not use medications at all. So we actively search for nutraceuticals that address 7 key areas. And we have them in front of you: blood flow, overall brain support, energy use in the brain, hormonal support, immune support, gut support, and detoxification. Some patients we focus on certain areas more than others. Also, it all depends on our history and our interaction with the patients. We do a lot, like I said, by telemedicine. All right, in conclusion, I have about 5 minutes. The key to successfully preventing Alzheimer's disease is to limit your exposure to the synapse destroying agents, while continually creating a synapse enhancing or synapse strengthening environment for your brain. So it's not just about the cells or the neurons. You've also got to understand what it takes to strengthen the synapses, because that's really where it's at. The more synapses, the more active synapses that are working, and of course the energy to support those synapses is needed as well, the healthier your brain will be and the more resilient. So we're talking about redundancies, almost like we're talking about redundancies here. So if one part is affected, the other parts can pick up the slack for those parts that are affected. So it's very, very important that we do and I mentioned defensive driving, preemptive strike. Even if you feel you're in perfect health now, you got to start doing the things you need to do to maintain your brain. And even if things have gone past, quote unquote, the point of no return, from my experience, there's always hope. Always, always hope. So always think about what weakens your brain. You want to avoid that. Always think about what strengthens your brain, and you want to hold on to that tight and keep working on that. Is Alzheimer's disease the only one of the top 10 causes of death that cannot be prevented, treated, or its progress slowed down? I hope you've seen that we're beginning to see that it may not be the case. So I want to leave you with this thought. Where cases of Alzheimer's disease are exploding all over the world. In the UK, it is the #1 cause of death. By the way, Black people are 4 times, not twice, as it is in the US. Black people are 4 times more likely to have Alzheimer's disease in the UK. Over here, it's twice, like I said. So it is taking over the world, unfortunately. Third world countries, developing countries, we're not going to have access to all these wonderful drugs that are coming out. They are super expensive. What is it, $26,000 a year? But even without that, we're talking about the cost of caregiving, the cost of support, the emotional toll it takes on the families and the loved ones cannot be quantified. We need to begin to think in terms of what it takes to strengthen the brain, what it takes to improve brain function, while at the same time embracing whatever modern medicine comes up with. I think our nations depend on it. It depends on us having an open mind to look at these things the way they should be looked at.